an act like the SAVE Act is very likely more aimed at voter suppression and at keeping key demographics that the Republican Party does not want voting to not show out and vote. I think very often minority demographics.
That's not true.
No. So this is the thing where the suggestion is it's going to keep the black vote down. I've got two black panelists here. Ajwa?
That's not true.
Do you have ID and proof of citizenship?
Yeah, and if I need a copy of my birth certificate, it's just a matter of going online or going up to the department and asking for it and showing my information to get it. I mean, to say that it would negatively affect a minority group because they're somehow not educated enough to get these documents is completely outrageous.
Annie?
Immigration deal look like between Republicans and Democrats in the Senate?
Well, we had a good model in 2013, as you may remember, bipartisan. John McCain and I headed the Gang of Eight. We had 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, including Marco Rubio, who's now gone to the other side on this. But we could come up with a bill like that. It toughens up the border. It gives a path to citizenship, a long, tough path to citizenship for 11 million people who are here.
11 million illegals.
First of all, we have had multiple so-called amnesty bills and immigration bills. The only thing that has proven to work well is the Trump doctrine. Yes. Close the freaking border. You see?
It allows high-tech people who are needed in our industries to come in, but it was a bill that got 70 votes in the Senate. Or 68 or 69. It got Democrats and Republicans. That's the way to go.
Wow, a path to 11 million illegals, Nicole.
Absolutely.
Is that what it's supposed? Is this the only way for? Is this what the immigration bill would look like?
Well, he doesn't even believe that. But what he's trying to do is pander to their far left base. 11 million people are not going to have a path to citizenship here in the United States. Now, we will give them a free ride home. You know, they can hop a flight and we'll even send them a check if they leave voluntarily. We need to get our immigration at net zero, right? And he's talking about high-tech people. We have people here in the United States who do high-tech things, Chuck, but he doesn't know that because he never leaves the bubble. A very wealthy, very well provided for bubble. The problem that we're going to have moving forward with this immigration debate, as the number of illegals gets smaller and smaller and smaller, you're going to see people come out and say, we need to figure out a path to citizenship. They need amnesty. We had that Republican woman down in Florida who came from Cuba, who's saying, well, we should have some sort of amnesty deal, kind of like we had amnesty for people from Cuba. And here's my point. Absolutely not. What we need is more, and it breaks my heart as a Republican to say this, we need better regulation for people who rent or sell homes to people who do not have appropriate documentation to be here in the nation. We need employers to have significant penalties for hiring people who are not supposed to be working in our nation. Once we cut off all the incentives, they will go home. The reason why they're here, I mean, if you are someone who lived in a country that didn't have anything going on, you say, hey, you come to the United States, they're going to give you a house, they're going to give you food, they're going to give you a debit card where you can buy things, and you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can pick a name. You ain't even got to be who you are. Who's not coming for that? So I don't necessarily see these people as grifters. I see people who, took a shot. The time is over. Pack your shit and go back home.
Yeah. Shelley, you have been a longtime advocate of Congress doing something. Chuck Schumer is saying this is what they're looking to do. Pass for 11 million illegals. I want you to answer to that, but also, what will this do to the Black community?
We have net zero at the border
I know.
since Trump has been in office. That's right.
Beautiful.
That's what's working. That is what is working. That is what has worked. So look, all these years, every bill we've had has some kind of carve out, a grandfather clause or amnesty to this. What does that lead to? Only more and more people coming here illegally, undercover, under the darkness of night or whatever, undocumented, whatever they want to call them now. And so now we have 11 million plus. Okay, that's only the minimum. That's the minimum count. So we have 11 million plus. No. They got to go. No. That rhymes, didn't it? They got to go. They got to get out of Dodge. They got to go. No, that's it, Schumer. Not only that, Hillary, Schumer. I wrote down a couple other names. I can't even see where they are. But they have been on record as saying, Obama saying that illegal immigration cannot stand. We have to, curtail it, whatever the word is. They've been on record. They're only saying this now because Trump is in office and his policy is working. That's why they're saying this crap. Because, and not only that, talking about the Black community, what they want is a replacement. Because as more and more minorities and people of color, and what is it called? BIPOC. And more of those people move slowly to the right, more and more to the right. They need to replace the people that they don't have. Remember, in this plantation, they don't have them anymore. They leaving the plantation.
The change.
That's what they want. They leave
in a changed mindset.
That's what they need.
We have a troll here who has a changed mindset. These are slave mentality people, folks. They want to be fed, housed, clothed. They want the government to actually wipe their behinds after they poop and pee. All right. This is the mindset of people like this. All right. And so if you want to do that, you guys get upset with me. But I believe these people belong in the zoo. You got so many people who said they were upset with Trump for putting out that ape commercial. These people are animals. You want to be fed. You want to be told when to pee. You want to be told when to eat. You belong in a zoo, okay? If you continue to have this slave mindset, here she is. This is what it is, folks. I mean,
my God. Oh my God.
The point on the top. That's what
her hair is holding up at the top. Yeah. Holding up at the top.
Oh, I was like, wow, you really got that done right.
They want us to change.
Here's the thing, figurative change, yes. Literal change, probably not. When we talk about illegal immigration, they weren't coming under the cover of night. Like 2-3 years ago, we're in El Paso. They were walking into the nation like it was nothing. In broad daylight, right. They were crowds laying on the sidewalks with small children because they thought having somebody's baby with them would actually get them more access into the country. And they weren't wrong. Right. They really weren't wrong. But so there's a lot of things that have to change. The first thing was, and I'm glad he did it, they turned off the volume, right? They said no more coming in. Now we just have to deal with the people who are here. And in dealing with the people that we have here, what you're seeing is Democrats having a fit because their voting base is disappearing. Mm-hmm. First, we took their money. USAID got shut down. So everybody's, NGO is not getting fed anymore, right? And now we're deporting their voting base. Mm-hmm. So are they going to really win the United States, Americans' hearts and minds with dancing frogs and abortion pills? Mm-hmm. Or are you going to walk away from that?
Hopefully not, folks. Sound off in the chat. Let us know what you all think. As you come in, hit that like button. It helps to get this video out in front of a wider audience, and we appreciate the support. All right. So we
be leaders ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Black women are being used by the Democrat Party.
All of these socioeconomic indicators are in the negative, particularly for Black people. They want mob rule. When Trump was in office, please somebody tell me what act of dictatorship did he perform?
She had Donald Trump's hair on top of her head. And she's sitting here talking about brown girl this, brown girl that.
Because she's a Black woman.
They would ask her how to spell her first name and clap like sea monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.